awesome if we had an Eric.
Okay, here we go. Audible trial, doing that. 3, 2, 1.
Want something to listen to while playing Minecraft? Why not try an audiobook from Audible? Listeners of our show will get one free book of your choice when you sign up for a 14-day trial. Go to audibletrial.com/theshaft.
The Shaft and Lethal Drive have teamed up to bring you the best Minecraft SMP experience in the world with lightning-fast custom control panels, expert support and sales team, all from an approved host of MinecraftForum.net, LethalDrive.com, the cutting edge in game servers. Get yours today at LethalDrive.com/theshaft, and be sure to use the coupon code THESHAFT, all one word.
Can't sleep, gotta build. There's a ground that needs to be drilled, and all I wanna do is dig.
From the Dead Workers Party, a podcast about all things Minecraft. Enjoy your stay in the Shaft.
The Shaft. Episode 59, recorded on November 27th, 2011. You'd think it would go into something like that. Hi, I'm Brent Copeland.
I am Wes Wilson. And Brent's pushing the buttons today. So everything that's late, just call back on the times when Eric was late and Brent made fun of him.
And that I never made fun of him.
Of course you didn't.
Never, ever.
Speaking of people we don't make fun of, how about our guest today? We have two of them.
Two? Well, we have someone sitting in for Eric, right?
But he's still a guest. He's
I
a
guess
super
so.
special guest.
I guess so. That's Bitbarner.
What's up?
And then we have our guest, which is Coestar.
Hey.
How's it going?
Going good.
And we got to see both of y'all over at Minecon last weekend. That was very exciting. Y'all have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Your enthusiasm is
It's an
infectious.
understatement.
Yeah. I had fun. I had too much fun. There's videos of me having too much fun on the internet.
We actually played some video before the show today of the panel. We actually have that on film and we stream that out.
Excellent.
So we'll be putting that out live at some point, or not live.
Did we finally get the two-player productions video?
No.
Okay.
No.
We are our audio messed up when we were recording the panel at Minecon, and so we are trying to get a copy of the audio from
Two-player. But
yeah.
Eric was supposed to do that, and he's been out of town, so
Yeah.
I'll probably just... I was thinking of editing this tonight, and just...
Okay.
We'll miss a few questions, but I think that's okay.
Mojang should have left an MP3 recorder in the room, so you might ask like Vu.
We've been poking them and have not gotten poked back.
You poked him?
Eric did, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eric
I
likes
told you I was-
poking people.
I told you I was going to get on him about finding the audio. So every day I'd be like, hey, do you have the audio yet? Hey, do you have the audio yet? Hey, do you have the audio yet?
No, he's been doing other stuff,
Yeah.
so I don't think he's been messing with that. He's been out of town where they don't have internets or
Yes.
power or people, apparently.
Yeah. They have an outhouse.
They do. Apparently his grandmother or somebody, some relative lived in a house out there, and they were the population one.
Yep.
They actually had a post office for this one person. I still don't get how that works.
I don't either.
And when they died, they closed the post office. And so they go out there to spend Thanksgiving at this house that has no power or electricity. So no Eric this week.
Yeah.
But what do we have this week? We have some wonderful sponsors this week that sponsored this show.
First off, we have Pariah of Burning Bridges Tattoo and Body Piercing LLC. I'm glad we added the LLC on there.
Yes.
And they said, where's my cow catchers?
And Crummy, who says, here's to Astragali. Hope the money donated helps, buddy.
And we have a Lumpy Muffin the Troll, who says, Minecraft, why you no use my excavation station ideal?
And John Maz, who says, Shaftlands is credit to team. So thank you all for sponsoring. We do have a YouTube channel sponsorship, which we'll get to in the news later.
Okay, fabulous.
But I want to hear a little more about Minecon. What did you get to do at Minecon that you enjoyed a lot, Co?
I think that the best thing for me was meeting people and being on the panel. because that was when I really got to meet a lot of people, shake a lot of hands.
Yeah, meeting people was the best part of the whole thing. And it was a giant love-in. Like, everybody was really happy to meet each other and very friendly to each other. And we traveled in packs. Like, it's like we had, covalent bonds forming between all of us.
Oh, yeah. We ended up getting a little... I ran into Good immediately. And then the first day of the con, we also got BOO with us. And we ended up kind of gathering this little entourage that just went with us everywhere. We spent the entire day, actually both days, hanging out with them. Well, ironically, I didn't actually get to really hang out with you guys at all.
I
don't
know.
even think I saw you.
Yeah, we just kept missing you guys by seconds.
We were in the other ball of Minecrafters.
Yes, we were. And actually, I tried to cross-pollinate the two balls because...
with the shaft?
Why?
You wanted to cross-pollinate the two balls with the shaft.
What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
Anyway,
I understand what you're saying.
So, because I ran into Good, he came over and had some beers during happy hour on the day before Minecon, and then once we started all hanging out, and I met BOO and everything, and Good harassed me about not subscribing to his YouTube channel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So here's what I want you to imagine: big old Good, right? Popular, big on the internet, okay? And he goes, "Wes Wilson, you do not subscribe to my YouTube channel." And I was like, "Good, I'm big enough for you to know that I'm not subscribed to your YouTube channel." I was like, "That's pretty cool." Yeah. So anyway, then he gave me his phone number, and I was gonna I was calling him all that night trying to get him to come hang out with us.
I remember that.
And he never answered his phone.
Never.
I still have it. I have his phone number right here.
I can vouch for that.
I could call him on the phone right now and bother him in our chat room.
We were busy as heck. I can say that. And actually, I just realized I did have a Wes encounter. I don't think you know what I look like because I was walking past you. We were in the big ballroom.
Yeah.
And I saw you and I was like, "Hey, Wes." And then I reached out and you just kept moving. So I just kind of it was supposed to be like a pat on the shoulder, but it became like a weird kind of touch.
Yeah.
And I was like, forget this.
It's true.
I got touched like that a lot at the con, actually.
It's true. I don't know what you look like, and so I was all excited to meet you all weekend long. But I mean, it was run from place to place, and hope you get stuff
It was
done.
the same experience for me too. We passed each other, and you recognized me, and I looked at you, and it took me like 2 seconds. Boom, go, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like the co-bomb went off,
Yeah, and I'm so used to seeing the Skype image of you, and smaller. It kind of looks like you're sitting in a chair, reading a book and smoking a pipe for some reason, and it's nothing like that when you look at the enlarged thing. So I kept looking for a guy smoking a pipe, and didn't happen.
Well, they wouldn't let me bring it in.
But it was cool. I met all kinds of people. Like it took me a while to know who Chimney Swift was. I never really knew who he was, and he was so nice and so friendly, and it was great meeting him. And then all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh, that's Chimney Swift. Oh, okay."
And he's going to be on the show.
He is?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Already got it scheduled.
He's got all kinds of positive energy.
But we're kind of already talking about something here, so why don't we go ahead and do this? Our journeys.
We just need to edit that in there.
It's like, who's going to actually do it without Eric here, right?
I know. I
guess we'll have to do that. So, we've been going on and on this week, we all went to Minecon, and I don't know about everybody else, but I've been kind of taking a breather after getting back and just kind of seeing my family and getting back into the swing of life without Sharpies.
Do you know I walked around with my Sharpies in my pocket for 5 days before I finally took them out?
Yeah, I just took mine yesterday, actually. I was like, what the hell is this in my jacket? And I pulled out the Sharpie.
I didn't even think to bring one, but I had somebody run up and they wanted an autograph, so I gave it to him, and then he just took off and left me his Sharpie.
Oh,
so
that's
I owe
nice.
somebody a Sharpie now.
We had to buy them from the FedEx place because we didn't bring them either, but it was just kind of like you said, it was like, one kid had a Sharpie, and then everyone else were like, can we borrow this other kid's Sharpie? And then he's not there, and kids are getting upset. So we ended up going to buy a few from the FedEx place there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was nice having that FedEx place right there, actually.
Yeah, you got cards done.
Yeah, I'm glad they were quick, and they're really nice people there, actually.
Yeah. But
what kind of little interesting experiences did you have with people coming up to get like autographs and such? Because I noticed that a lot of people were bringing weird things with them, stuff that they made to have signed.
There was some neat stuff. The coolest thing was everyone that came to the con, for those who didn't go, got a Minecraft mouse pad from Razer. And it looks like a dirt block. And it's really cool. And that ended up being the default signing implement.
The bag.
Yeah, the bag was the other thing. There was
that and the creeper bag.
Yeah, it came with it was like a Minecon bag with a creeper's face on it. But those became the default signing items. But like some people would buy Creeper and Steve heads at the Jinx booth and bring those, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, someone had a pig they made.
Yep.
It was pretty cool. And the guy had to sign a MacBook Air.
Yeah, there was one.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Nice.
There was a guy who got us all to sign it
too.
Yeah.
And it was, just seeing someone bring up something, and you're like, I am signing a half an inch under Notch's name. This is just the craziest,
right? Yeah.
Weekend in my life.
And I would put little hearts underneath Notch's name, and then put Wes Wilson underneath it.
Then you'd scratch out Yogscast. No. No, we don't want to go there, do we?
I think you just did.
But then I would, like if Lydia had already signed, I'd be like, Lydia loves Wes, or Notch loves Wes. So, yeah.
You above Notch.
And then I joked around with C14, C418 was talking on Twitter about how he didn't get to sign some people's stuff and he was sorry. And so I joked around and I said, that's okay. I pretended to be you and did some autographs. So I covered it. So then somebody on Twitter retweeted and went, that's just wrong.
You can't do that.
Well, I accidentally signed a couple heads, I think, twice. Because that was the other thing is people have Steve and Creeper heads. And like I'd look on there and they'd be like, hey, Brent, did you just sign this twice? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, there would be three of us, and like sometimes the items would travel one way with the three of us, and sometimes it would travel the other. So sometimes it would bounce back.
Yeah.
So
John, see interesting things signed too.
Oh yeah, yeah. The weirdest thing was when I was at the IGN booth. There was one of those wooden creeper statues standing nearby, and I noticed like it had something written on it. If I went over and looked at it, and it looked like I think Bebop Box had signed the side of it, but it was like nobody's thing. It was part of the set. So then me and Good and B-Dubs went over there and signed it too. So there's a creeper out there somewhere.
There's a story to this.
There is more to that story. Yep.
I want to know what happens to it now.
Well, the creeper gets taken to the Deadmau5 concert.
Oh, that's where we signed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then everybody signed it there.
And I put a sticker on it.
And so it has all sorts of signatures on it. Then
what the heck?
It was taken from there, and we don't know where it went from there, but we know that the community has it.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Somebody stole the creeper.
Crazy.
Oh wow,
that's awesome, man. That's like it's gonna be like one of those like dwarves lawn gnome.
There's
thing.
a picture in my collection of them actually taking the creeper out, and it was the joke was the creeper was the first to pass out.
Yeah,
that mouse concert. So
maybe we should put a reward up for this and get it in the studio.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Too bad we don't have anything. $50.
Yeah, we'll give you
probably figure out who has it. I think I know. So.
We'll give you a Minecraft mouse pad if you bring us the big, huge, giant.
Is it Joe Hills? Come on.
No, you can look at the picture. I didn't recognize him.
Well, it's got to be someone who drove, right? Because no one could have flown with it, right?
Yeah.
It was a big.
Yeah, it was huge.
So.
Yeah, I know. I know who it is and stuff. I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want them to get bombarded.
Okay. We'll make sure you tell us later then. So, other parts of the con or this week, anybody have anything that they've been doing?
Wow, I have a couple stories I could share.
Okay, share away.
Well, one of the cool things was, Thursday getting there early and, hooking up with everybody and then going to the House of Blues and all that kind of stuff. That was just really cool. That was, neat meeting everybody and doing vlogception, which was pretty cool. Like every vlogger filming every other vlogger.
What was that? I called it the social media fist bump, people filming each other at the same time.
Right. But you're a faker. You didn't even have that.
I did. Everybody was pointing their cameras at each other, so I just held my phone up and pretended to be filming everyone.
So that was really cool. That just meeting everybody and stuff like that. And then we went to the early registration Thursday night, and I think that we stopped somewhere on the way there, like Starbucks or something, which was on the way up to there. And some little kid recognized me and wanted my autograph and his picture taken with me, and I was just floored, man. I had, it hadn't even really hit me yet, and it started yet. And this kid's dad doesn't really know what. He kind of knew what Minecraft was, but he just knew his son was really into it. Didn't play with him or anything. But after I ran into him after Minecon was pretty much all done, and they're getting ready to leave, and he's like, "Thank you so much," and I'm going to be playing with my son. We're going to set up our own little Minecraft server and stuff. I just thought that was really, really, really cool. Awesome. And you might have ran into the kid. His name was Casey. I think his Twitter name is 1+2, and he's just the coolest fan ever. And he actually won a mouse from me from a little contest I was having. So that was cool.
Yeah, he was a cool kid. I met him.
Yeah, did you meet him? Yeah, he was really cool. And so now his parents are going to get involved with him and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And there's some really neat events like that. I moderated some of the breakout sessions, some of the family ones, like family that plays together and family game night, bonding through Minecraft, along with the epic builds. But that was nothing compared to the family ones. And I got to meet a lot of families and hook up. And met like a grandmother who plays with her 13-year-old son, actually has this really good relationship with them because of it. And some other ones the other guy that didn't play with his kid and only let his kid play an hour. And after coming to MyCon and seeing all this and seeing the parents talk about it and stuff, he's going to start playing with his kid. And it was some really neat dynamics happening in these breakout sessions. And they, when they rolled out into the hallways, that's where it really, really got interesting and even more relationships built. But one thing that came out of this that's going to happen, and I've already talked to Paul Soares Jr. and stuff, is there's a big need in the community for resources for parents so that they can feel safe about, what their kids are doing, how to, keep them safe and that sort of thing. So what came out of the sessions is creating a Minecraft parent association that actually will have a seal and can have a website with resources for parents and a seal of approval for servers and that are family friendly and things like that. So we're working on that as we speak. Pretty cool stuff.
That's a good one.
Great.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure that the Shaft will be up there at the top of the list of things to do, listen to. Never not.
I don't know if we get the seal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have to do a rating system or something.
Yeah. I think we're PG.
Caution parents.
PG-13. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Will scar your children, probably.
Yes. We did ask that of many of our fans, if their parents were there.
True.
We'd say, "Hey, we haven't scarred your children or anything, have we?"
But I mean, there was some of the coolest things there was Swamp Chick and Eggs were there.
Yep.
Which are two of our listeners that have been to our small convention. And, one night she gave us this little, and I don't know if she wants me to mention this, but I thought it was so nice. She gave us this little envelope that said drink coupons on it. And she had talked about, get us a couple of drinks. And we're like, awesome, And we open it, and let's just say we got a lot of drinks off of it. And it was very nice of her. And so that was a lot of fun.
Well, I was lucky enough. I got to escort Eggs to the Nosh with Notch. And that was a real pleasure. Now, they had increased the size of it. I think it was originally 100 people. I think they pulled it up to 150 or something like that. But it was a nice buffet, and all the proceeds went to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Nice. And it was kind of funny, though, because they put, Mojang people at each of the tables, and I got Lydia. who I already know, But at the same time, it was good for Eggs, because he really hadn't gotten. I mean, he had met her because his mom was on the parents panel,
Right.
so. But it was really neat. We I got to introduce him to Carl and the other people that I had met before. So it's kind of cool.
Can I ask what the full story was on that? Because that's like a whole part of the con that I completely missed. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, it just was a lunch on Saturday that it was expensive, and it was all the proceeds from the lunch went straight to Make-A-Wish. In other words, I believe Mojang paid for the entire lunch, and the proceeds of all the ticket sales went straight to Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Wow.
And it was
There was this guest from Make-A-Wish there who was
the guy at the
Faber
closing
Lock.
ceremony.
Yes.
Yeah, who's a really cool guy, by the way.
Faberlock. I keep seeing that name around.
Hey, that's him.
That's something that went completely over my head. Where did I see it? I saw it last night, too.
He's actually one of Bebop's admins.
Oh.
And so you'll see him around. He's really active in the community, so he's not just like a nobody who wanted to make a wish for Minecon. He was actually in the community, and it was his wish to go to Minecon.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting there like a Scrooge, like
No.
this guy.
No.
What's he done?
No, I just want to say it's really a really somebody who was close to the community. I thought that was really cool, and it just brought him in, even more closer to the community.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Is it okay to ask what
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's some sort of, I think, cancer that can reoccur and can strike at any time. So.
Oh, wow.
So now, on that note, other delightful things that we did at Minecon. Oh my gosh, the big party, the final night.
Yeah.
That was a
right
hoot.
before dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner was awesome.
Oh yeah, we went to dinner. Some of our fans, Lego Lad, invited us to dinner at Red Square. And
Scruffinator. Is it Scruffinator?
Scruffinator, I think.
Scruffinator.
And oh my God, it was so good. It was this Russian themed restaurant there, right near the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, and then while we were there was another table that ordered us a round of drinks for everyone because it was their son's birthday, I guess,
Yeah.
and he listened to the show. So that was all kind of just bizarre and crazy. And then after that, mouse party, which I was kind of sick. I've been eating like all protein for like a month, and then at Minecon I just threw it out the window. I was eating like McDoubles. And let me tell you, that last night, man, I felt horrible, and I had to take craps everywhere. I was making poop blocks left and right. And the last thing I wanted to do was go to this after party, this huge party, and have to poop.
But we made you go.
So y'all made me. And I was kind of glad because it was the coolest bathroom I've ever pooped in. I've got to say, like walked in this club.
What did they have?
I was freaking out because, like, oh God, I gotta go so bad. So I went through. First, you're pushing through all these people because the club was crazy off the block, and I finally find first I walk into like the kitchen, and this guy's like pointing at me. He's like, "No, the restroom's up there." So anyway, I get to the restroom, and like all the doors for the stalls are closed, and I'm like, "What the crap?" Like, really nice looking bathroom. So I turn around to go out, and this guy grabs me. He's like, no. He opens the door. Apparently, they have like attendants in here, like 6 of them. And he opens the door to one of the stalls and like wipes everything down, like the seat, the handle, the walls, the door. And then he's like, here you go.
And there was like 10 attendants in that bathroom.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
crazy.
Like, stand nearby and like listen.
I hope not, because
You want to make sure when he's done or not.
yeah, I mean, there wasn't stuff scrawled into the back of the doors of this bathroom. Like, I think that maybe they listened for that.
I mean, there could have been some guy up the street, right?
Yeah, and then I get out, and it's like, they're pouring soap into your hands and like turning on the water, giving you towels, handing you smokes and candies. Like, it was crazy. It was like Willy Wonka's chocolate bathroom.
I wish I would have had to go to the bathroom now.
Yeah, no, it was worth the trip just for the bathroom.
Was Prince Harry in there with you?
He might have been.
Oh no.
He
Yeah,
was in the can, I think.
I went into the bathroom and like I was afraid, I just had to pee, but I like walked in and like, there were like all these attendants shuffling around, and I've done like fine dining and I've been in lots of places with bathroom attendants, but never that many. And I was intimidated. I was wondering if they were like a bathroom attendant street gang. And I'm like,
Go through your pockets.
well, I expected them to start, getting in a line and snapping their fingers and staring at me,
A side story.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, so anyway, it was it was a big schwanky club, and if you wanted drinks, you were going to wait half an hour and spend $400 for them. So I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
I just sat there and tried not to poop on myself and listened to some cool music, and then I went home early.
My favorite part was the limo rides there and to and from. That was fun.
Yep. We discovered that it was cheaper for large groups to take a limo than to take individual cabs. So, like, it would be great if we were really, truly styling and profiling, throwing money around like fat New Las Vegas fat cats. But
well, and what was sad about it is here we all get this limousine, then we're going to pop out in the front of the schwanky club in a limousine, and he's going to park like a mile or, a block past the club just to let us out.
Yeah.
And like the bus lane, and we're like, oh, great.
Yeah, because we had 20 people or whatever.
Yeah.
But we did get in the Hummer one on the way back, right in front, and that was pretty tight.
Yeah. I didn't get to go on that trip.
I was still pretty jelly
Oh,
anyway.
that was fun.
Seriously, I've walked there. I walked the strip.
What? You walked to the Wynn?
Yeah, I left like 3 hours early.
Did you need some exercise?
He had a sign.
Well, we went with some friends who were like, you need to see all the crappy clubs and stuff. So that's what we walked it and checked everything out on the way. And by the time I got there, I was already miserable.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wasn't it all windy and stuff still?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was windy and cold.
It's like hurricane winds and stuff.
Well, and I think you were kind of on the same kind of level as I was. Is I kind of wanted to just be back at the hotel hanging out where you could talk and I don't know.
Yeah. I was
sit in a chair.
extremely disappointed with the party. It didn't seem to make much sense to have that kind of party after a sort of 2 or 2.5 day convention where people can walk in all over the place. Like, why would you have them go to a club where there's no chairs?
Here's the deal. Part of it is because it was Deadmau5's debut, because he's now residence at the Wynn for the Essex. And so it was actually announced it on Thursday. So it was actually his debut for his residency there. Or they would have probably done it at the other hotel, but that's why they did it there.
I love Deadmau5, but I honestly would have, if I would have been in charge, I would have vetoed that. I would have been like, well, sorry, I guess we're not having Deadmau5. We'll have somebody else.
Well, it got really fun once we took over the $6,000 table.
Yes.
And danced on it.
Well, I had already started claiming space because me and one of the Dicecraft guys, we went down onto the dance floor as soon as we got there. We got drinks. We headed down to the dance floor. We wedged in between, all these 20-somethings, me and this other 40-something-year-old guy. And, we go down to the front. And I was like 4 rows back from Deadmau5 when he started. And we were hooping it up and having a good time. And like in the middle of it, we kept getting people going, you guys are awesome. We're laughing. And then like one guy pointed to his friend and goes, check out the old dudes. They're great. And I looked at him and went, oh, no. I'm the old guy on the dance floor, aren't I? And he went, yeah, but you look great, man.
Wait, was this the swanky people saying that?
This was we were down like in the sweaty, like in front of Deadmau5, like hooping it up. So
I left at like midnight or something, or very early. So I missed all that.
Well, Deadmau5 started at midnight. So,
okay.
So yeah, we had already started, and like Nivex in the chat room saying that the Minecraft people didn't fit in and all. I totally disagree.
No, I agree with that.
No, everybody.
You weren't standing in the line, man.
Yes,
we
I
were
was
actually at the front of the line. Oh, you were there?
No, I was in the line. We waited in the line and watched all the paid girls get fast forwarded through so they could go and pad the numbers in the club. And then we saw the other general admission line that was, everybody that wasn't Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't think we fit in with those people.
Yeah, that was creepy.
We had a what I could only think of as like a shame box.
That's
Yeah, I would not have gotten into that club any other night.
I'm with you, UNCUT. Totally not my thing. I'm not ultra rich or anything like that. I mean, some of these boxes that you have to get a bottle for. The bottles start at like $2,500. So
oh yeah,
I mean, totally not my culture. I felt really out of place, and I think I confirmed that with about everybody around me. But I made the most of it, and we kind of, we were chanting Minecraft, and Minecon, and so we kind of made it our own as best as we could.
See,
I know, I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just. I was so fed up at that point that all I was doing was, it was like I had a checklist, and I was like, this sucks, and this sucks. Beer is $10.
Well, hey, we almost left immediately because I was with Bebop Box, and they almost got, physically removed because Chad the DJ had a really nice camera, and it all makes sense now because the Prince Harry was there. They thought he was probably paparazzi or something. Yeah,
Wait,
they were on him
there?
hardcore.
yeah,
He was there on the dance floor. No. That's why there was like a Secret Service guy every 10 feet.
yeah.
There was?
Oh my gosh. There were people in there with like the wind security jackets that didn't even fit them.
Yeah.
And I knew something was up. When I saw that, I knew something was up. I'm like, these people don't even have jackets that fit them, and they've got high-tech equipment for communication. No way. I said, something's bigger, especially when they were so aggressive to get Bebop and them out of there. They had no idea about Minecraft and Minecon, but they were like about to physically seriously fit. So he called up the Deadmau5 admins and went and put his camera up in their room, and then he got right into
Yeah.
He didn't have to wait after that. He got right in.
But like, I don't know. I had a great time. I used to be, heavy in the club scene, so I didn't feel that uncomfortable. And then my cousin works for CNN, and he was there. He had been filming Notch and Mojang and everything for the whole weekend for a Minecon bit on CNN. And I knew he was there somewhere, but like while I started playing Marco Polo with him from the middle of the dance floor with our phones, hey, I'm on the left side. Hey, and my phone went dead. And so I started doing laps around the place trying to find him. And then Trot from Hat Films invited me to go into the VIP area of the club. And this was, I think, just after Deadmau5 stopped playing. So it was probably about
later in the night.
It was about 2:15, I think.
Right.
And Trot invited me over, and I was like, well, am I going to know anybody in here? And it wasn't like the VIP area behind the DJ. It wasn't where all the Mojang people were. It was the one on the side. And if I'd gotten there earlier, they had like alcohol and mixers and everything set out in glasses so you could pour your own drinks from the stuff in the VIP room.
Nice.
And Simon was there from Yogscast, hooping it up. I sat down next to him and yelled in his ear and tried to convince him who I was, and but it was too loud.
Yeah.
But then I looked over and saw my cousin, and he and his wife were dancing and having fun, and I joined them, and we ended up going down the dance floor some more, and I ended up staying at the club till 4:30 in the morning. And then we left and went and tried to join the other Minecraftonites at the Irish pub, and they were just starting to shut down there, but we said hello to everybody there, and then we went to bed. So
yeah, that was the tag thing that happened where I bailed and I went to the Irish pub. I was hanging there with Danny B Style.
Yeah.
The guy who did the soundtrack to Super Meat Boy and other stuff like that, because he was actually in the VIP at XS. He didn't like it, so he left. We met up there, and then I went down to the casino floor after that, and then everybody else showed up at that same pub.
Yeah.
So we just, we never really synced up.
Yeah, just missed each other again.
I know.
Same with Good
next
for
con.
me was I kept missing Good too.
Yeah.
Well, we're planning to do an East Coast thing at PlayOnCon next. There's no date for it yet.
It's tentatively the last weekend of July right now.
So we'll have to get everybody down here for that, and we're gonna try to do like a Minecraft track or something, and have some fun. Just enjoy the weekend together, and get to meet people, and maybe we should quit talking about the Minecon because I think we're making Stephos walk really sad.
I know.
Oh, I know.
It's terrible.
There's a big
Stephos.
group of us that want to talk to you about PlayOn, though, just so you know.
Okay, cool. Excellent. We're going to have fun.
So, yes.
From the Minecraft Daily, news and updates.
And today, the News and Updates Minecraft Daily segment is sponsored by Joe Hills, who says, if the Greeks can descend into hell and return victorious, why can't a Tennessean? Watch Joe Hills in the Nightmare Realm at http:// I'm giving him his money's worth here. YouTube.com/Joe Hills TSD. For Minecraft fun with all the twang you wish your bow still had.
That was amazing.
Joe Hills was at Minecon. We won't keep going back to Minecon. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Sorry. But he's always a fun guy, and he'll be at PlayOnCon. So, new stuff this week. I know there was, I don't know if this is in here, but there's a little bit of back and forth with Notch and Yogscast. I guess that got all sorted out, though. Notch had a tiring day the next day and aired some laundry in the public, which he later apologized for. And Yogscast kind of came back with, hey, we didn't know we did this.
Yeah.
We're sorry sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I don't dig into drama, so I ignored it.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too.
So I like, because I find that on a situation like that where you've got people who are reasonable friends and then something goes wrong, it's going to get worked out. And everybody jumped on it and was like, blah, 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 blah. And all it did was exacerbate a situation that was going to be solved with 24 hours worth of time.
Yeah.
And it escalated to something that I was just like, come on. It was kind of neat though, because I like what Joe Hills did to try to diffuse some of the drama. He started posting things with the hashtag Joe Hills is more arrogant than Yogscast and Notch combined. And he's like, I spent 2 days at Minecon distributing cards with my face on them.
Oh, man. Those were so hilarious.
I'm looking at one right now.
I have a few.
and just and just all kinds of things like that, and I thought that was healthy for what was going on. But I people kept sending me messages on Steam and Twitter like, hey, have you heard about it? And I'm like, no, I don't. Shut up. I'm not getting in this. This is not something that I think is pertinent towards our community. This is just
Everybody was hungover. I know that.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. Yeah. So there was a little grouchiness afterwards too.
Yeah. Well, Brent had dropped me off at my house at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and then I had to go to work.
I know. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And so then I woke up to that, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, like what's going down? Don't worry, I got a nap at work. I fell asleep.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Had a coworker come over and nudge me, dude. You're snoring pretty loud. Sorry, I just pretty much went to sleep right now. Why'd you wake me up, dude? Anyway, so I guess we got Minecraft was also nominated for 2 Spike VGA awards, and they'll take place on December 10th. Are we going to be seeing a lot more awards this year for Minecraft, or did they get their share of everything?
No, they're going to keep going. I think with all the iOS stuff, and they're already the top sales in the iOS store, and then with the Xbox stuff. Oh my gosh, we haven't even seen that go yet. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. If you're going to buy the Xbox version, buy it from our site. We'll have a link.
I'm kind of excited about the new influx of people, though. I'm going to be interested to see how whether there's a real jump in sales that's whether being Minecraft 1.0 really made a change in how many copies of Minecraft are getting sold.
Well, people have been going into the stores and asking them people for Minecraft 1.0. Have
Yeah.
you heard those reports that people have
Yeah.
actually gone on into? So average people hearing about it, going in and saying, "Where do I get it?"
Yeah.
That's important.
So, and I guess there weren't any box sales, huh?
Mm-mm.
Any news? Anybody hear anything about that? If they're planning on that?
I don't think so.
Not
Just
that I
gonna
know.
look at their site and just see if it's jumped significantly.
Well, and and it may not have jumped for the PC sales, but if they're selling that many iOS and they'll sell that many Xbox, it's like resales, right? Like I bought it for the iPhone again,
Yeah.
so I've bought it twice now.
Why did you buy it again?
Well, I bought it for the PC, and now I
Oh.
bought it for
okay. I got you.
iOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably buy it for Xbox if I get
Right.
my Xbox working.
Yeah.
So they're up to 4,185,161.62. 62. So
God, we need a money counter like that on the front of our side.
No,
right.
that would really be depressing.
it'd be fine.
Look, we made $6.
Six.
601. 602.
Don't make me do
like
this. Duck shot. Sorry, did I ruin that segment?
No. You've just made it better.
Okay, so we also got C418's Minecraft music album. Minecraft Alpha was a part of the indie music bundle that went out there. I haven't bought this yet. I need to. Is it over yet? Did I miss it?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
I think it's still going.
So it's a bunch of music. I mean, for $1 or more, just getting Minecraft Alpha is worth it. And I think there's 17 albums or something. So definitely go to that. We'll link to it at gamemusicbundle.com, I believe. There's soundtracks to Cobalt, Super Meat Boy, Return All Robots, Wind Up Night, Milkshake, and C418's other album, 72 Minutes of Fame. So a bunch of good stuff there.
That's very exciting.
Now, besides the dead end here, Thanksgiving Miracle for Astragali. Do you want to talk about this bit?
Oh man, yeah, it kind of all happened so fast. There was news, that Astra is possibly going to get evicted. He's been cut down in his hours, and he was barely getting by as it is. And this is a guy who just gives and gives and gives and gives the community and just never asks for anything in return, right?
Yeah.
He does a lot of cool stuff. I mean, he translates stuff for Sam Cube, and he's just and you guys have all probably experienced something or that he's done with the Minecraft Scribe and stuff. So
He does our show every week. I mean,
yeah,
Except for
yeah. I mean, he's totally involved. More
Very
than
cool guy.
yeah. Just one of the coolest people ever. And so when the Crystal Crow started a donation drive, I don't think she imagined it would go as far as it did. He needed I think $1,375 for the rent, and he had no idea. He's not really from the state, so he kind of was really scared about the eviction laws and all that kind of stuff. He was just afraid he's going to be out on the street for Thanksgiving, right? So here comes the community, like Notch and Jeb and Carl and Easy start retweeting about the donation drive that Crystal Crow did. And there was like a donation for that you could do, but then Sam Cube actually did, who does Wondercraft, actually has a couple of artworks that he did of Notch and Jed that are signed by him and Notch and by him and Jed that are in the auction till the 29th. And it's raising money also. So not only did they've already blown away paying his rent, but we're also going to give him a nice turkey dinner and some other things. So I was floored when the community reached out in this way, and then so I did a kind of a private VIP party for all his friends on my private server the other night, and we all did some custom builds for him and stuff, and got to really give thanks for him. Something probably he didn't really get a real Thanksgiving. So that was kind of our Thanksgiving to him. So it was really neat.
Well, and what I find kind of crazy about this is that I guess maybe it's just me being out of it for this past week, but this is the first thing I've heard of this, and he like helps us out every week doing show notes. I mean, I was there at the party, but I didn't really know what the party was for. I just knew it was for Astragali.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to join in and see what was going on.
I didn't really either. I jumped in and was logging on, and and I was like, oh, hey, party for Astra. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of just a way to give thanks for him, for the people who maybe not necessarily could reach out financially.
Yeah.
But his friends and the people that are close to him to just, give thanks for him because he's such a great guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, we'll definitely I'll link this, or it's still going on till the 29th is the auction, and they'll be taking donations till the end of the month.
Yeah, and on my Twitter feed, there's a bunch of pictures from the builds that they did, which are just amazing. There was some Unknown Demon and Master Builder did a sculpture of him. There's some, all the things he's into, that was really cool because people know him, right? So they were doing things that are very dear to him, like he likes dice, so they made him a dice house. He likes Doctor Who, so there's things about Doctor Who. There's a lot of things that if you know him personally, they were his friends were tuning into. It was really, really neat.
And Stefos made a gigantic disco ball.
Yeah, that took all night.
Yes.
A little help from Theft for you. It was so awesome. I'm going to make that available for download, and then I'm going to make some videos in there, hopefully really soon, hopefully tonight, and then so that people can really get a good look at it and maybe even download it and go check it out themselves.
That would be very, very awesome.
Yeah, because there's some really neat things in there that were built in no time at all. It's just amazing. I mean, it was a creative server, but it's still amazing, some of the stuff that was built.
Well, is there any more news?
I think we're done.
Don't say that because I'm trying to do something. Make up some news.
Let's see. Some news. The Star Wars The Old Republic beta is going on right now.
Yeah, tell them about the show, where they can listen to it when it starts.
We're working on we're going to be doing a podcast. I don't know how many of our Shaft listeners know this, but we do other podcasts. And we do a Team Fortress 2 podcast called Control Point. Brent does a podcast with his brother, and what's the name of that one again?
Two Guys in a Cup. No, it's Hunting for Health.
Hunting for Health. And then Spencer and I do a show called Core Elements. Spencer just started up a show called Drivel with Spencer, and what he's doing is these are live shows. I think the next one is at 9:30 on Monday night, I think. And what it is he just takes live calls and records, a live podcast. And it's called Drivel with Spencer, and the first episode was last week, and it was a lot of fun, and that's going well. And then additionally, we're working on two other podcasts. We've got one called Firefallen for the new Firefall game that's going to be coming out. And then also we're working on our Star Wars The Old Republic podcast, which right now is being named Torp for the Old Republic podcast.
Very original.
Yes. And
Did you think of that, Wes?
I don't remember. Torp. But we're most likely doing. We're very excited about it. We've been talking about trying to do one for quite a while. And so yeah. And you can get to all our podcasts from www.deadworkers.com/network.
Did you just say www?
But I didn't add the http://.
That's some good stuff.
Backward slash or forward slash? It's just kidding.
Listener, contributions. Dun, dun.
Magnificent.
It's always awesome.
You worked really hard to get that going, huh?
I did, and I really got it going for this one here about animals.
Okay.
Hey guys, BSCross32 here. I got a question for you guys this week. What's your opinion of the new animal farming and animal spawn policies? Me personally, I like less animals, but sometimes it makes it hard to find certain animals. Like I might find cows, sheep, and pigs, but no chicken, or I might find, chickens, cows, and but no sheep, and so on and so on. So let me know what you guys' thought on the whole new system is. All right.
I'm 50-50.
Wow.
I'm 50-50 on it. I like less animals as well, but like, for instance, I started my 1.0 world, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm like, okay, I want a bed. I don't want to even bother with the first couple of nights. So but I spawned in a jungle biome, and I couldn't find any sheep.
No sheep for you.
No sheep for me.
Yeah, I just started my world today. Actually, I'm going to be live streaming my world from beginning to end, Brenttopia. So I've got my first house, and I'm starting to just gather some supplies. But right now, food is my difficulty. I'm having to kill some chickens, and I'm about to start my wheat farm, so I hopefully won't have any problem with food in the future. But yeah, it's kind of not being able to get your bed right away and things like that. It makes it much more difficult. So it's more of a game in that fashion.
Yeah, when resources are scarce, it changes the whole aspect of the game. You're having to plant food and look for actually go out and go into danger and look for stuff that you normally just have right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait around long enough for it to appear. That's the other thing.
Or actually, you have to start to build something to start to harvest those things. So, where before you're just like, I'll just go outside and get it, but before now you have to really think it out, and now you have to think about breeding and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah. Well, and the whole food thing has made me change the way I play the game. Before, what I would do is I would start digging a hole, and then I would put doors up, and I really wouldn't go above ground very often.
Yeah, same here.
I would just dig down and look for my metal, try to get to bedrock, start branch mining, try to get my diamonds, all that kind of stuff. And this time on my 1.0 world, I actually did an aerial platform. Instead of going down, I got my my stone tools, I got some coal, and then for my first night I spent it up in the air.
That's funny because that's kind of the way I did it. I had a tower that I built right away so that I can look out for stuff that I need to go get. It actually totally changed the way I played.
Yeah, me too.
That's interesting.
What about you, Co?
I am not used to this system yet because I haven't really. I only really play Minecraft when I'm making videos, so whatever people see me do there is all I've really done. And I've bred a couple animals, but I don't know if they grow up or if it takes how long it takes for them to grow up or whatever. But I like the system. Is it a couple Minecraft days?
I think it's a couple Minecraft days. Yeah.
Well, I like that they're taking it in that direction because I think it's the survival aspect is what I've always liked, and that kind of adds to it. You got to capture, you got to hunt and gather your own animals, and then you have to maintain them because just like in real life, each ecosystem has only a certain number of animals, and if you kill them all, they're just gone. So it's cool in that respect.
Got a lot of chickens in my biome right now.
Me too.
Kind of making me angry.
I got chickens and pigs all over the place and no sheep.
I have no pigs,
Yeah.
chickens, tons of chickens and tons of sheep, but no pigs. I have to really go. No cows. I have to really go far. But if I go for this one area, there are just tons of cows. I just get cows all day long. It's crazy.
Huh. So
It's kind of an adventure, though, right?
Yeah. But I had to mark on we made a map, and we went on the map to go see where. I had to point out to my kids, okay, these are where the cows are. You guys go over here to get cows, and we made like a trail with, some
like
torches
cowboys.
and stuff.
You had to go out there, and all you needed was a horse, and then you herd them back to your home.
That would be very cool, actually. I can't wait for the cool mods that are going to come out for 1.0 when people realize, I'm not going to have to change this every 5 minutes.
Right? Yeah.
So are y'all planning on where you're building your houses by where your biomes are, or are y'all finding like you're building and then going out and finding the resources and bringing them back to wherever you started first?
Well, as far as myself, I just traveled for a really long time, and then I picked a spot, and it turned out to not be very good. And what happened that led me to my new spot is that I actually had to leave to go freaking find cows. And
Right.
Yeah, and while I was on my little cow quest, I came across an NPC village, and then this was a much better area because it's like, oh, it has all the animals, it has a ravine, it has a village, it has the Squidwards, and a nice hill where I can put a house. So, bam, I'm good. I'll be here.
Nice.
I did get some really pretty terrain on my random generated world 1.0 world. Got some really cool terrain, some like just off the coast there's a big tall island with kind of a bay in the middle, like the bay kind of goes through the middle of it,
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to exploring this world a lot and finding some pretty stuff.
Well, and I I urge people who want to start a new world with the 1.0 follow along with me too. You can actually use the seed Brenttopia, all lowercase, and we can all be in the same world and tell each other where cool stuff is, kind of based on that seed. Yeah,
That sounds cool.
So we have one more listener contribution here. You want to read this one, Wes, or
Sure.
anywhere near it?
I am upgrading my computer so that I can play Minecraft, and I was just wondering if a 3.2 gigahertz dual-core Pentium processor and 3 gigs of RAM will do the trick. I got an NVIDIA graphics card, so I think I'm good there. Thanks for your help.
How
Yes.
many gigs of RAM
Overboard,
was
actually.
that?
3 gigs of RAM.
Well,
That is such a weird amount of RAM.
I know. It really is.
Well, if it's XP, it can't use over 3 gigs of RAM. So
Yeah.
Well, no, they put out a 64-bit edition. But yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
They probably have the
upgrades.
32-bit of it.
I really don't think you'll have much trouble with that setup, but of course, more RAM will help everything.
yeah, it came down for me. It was like a RAM thing because it would just keep getting more. Use about a gig after a while. When I have it on FAR.
Near.
Yeah, Minecraft is kind of weird when it comes to hardware. It's really hard to say what's going to make it run good. I know people who have complained about having issues with it, and they have perfectly, like, way overkill hardware for what Minecraft should really need, but still doesn't run right.
Yeah, cleaning out your Java and making sure Java's installed correctly. I use the 64-bit version of Java because I have a 64-bit processor and 64-bit Windows 7, and so it runs really, really good with that. So I think that sometimes I've been on some people's computers and it runs like crap. I've updated the Java and then it was like a brand new game, So
Well, there's an example right there because I don't use the 64-bit Java because it makes everything else that I do with Minecraft screw up.
Really?
Like, well, I use Mumble a lot.
Yeah.
And Mumble has that overlay, which I think is nice.
Oh,
for
right,
big
it breaks
other
that,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it breaks that. If you go to full screen, it'll turn black, which may be only an ATI card.
Yeah, it doesn't
problem.
for me. I have NVIDIA.
And so I'm running the 32-bit, but it runs great with the 32-bit. And it says you shouldn't run far because you're not on 64-bit, but it runs fine. So
Yeah, mine crashes. So I think there's definitely some differences between having an ATI card and having an NVIDIA card and how Java is rendering inside there and how much RAM you have. It's really a lot. I don't think so much it's the processor power as much it is the
Java
circle
sucks.
of power.
Yeah, the RAM,
It's just-
the RAM and is the big issue.
I know our machine down here, it would crash like every 10 minutes, and it was a 64-bit issue that as soon as we upgraded to the 64-bit Java, it fixed it and worked great.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think that's a big issue. If you've got 64-bit, make sure you got the 64-bit Java to go along with it.
Yeah, experiment though. Take out all your Javas and experiment what works best for you. But that's such a big component. I don't think people really realize that portion.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say too. Is I think that people just have to experiment to find what works for them. And hardware-wise, just shoot for the moon. Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's a little overkill. I got like quad cores and tons of RAM. So.
Excavation station.
I'm not sure I like that duck shotgun. I think it should be more like...
Yeah, that was good.
It needs a little something after.
Yeah, maybe...
Well, you need the new creeper explosion in there too.
We're just killing animals. Or maybe we could get Carl on here.
This is Carl Mane, and you've been listening to The Shaft.
Thanks, Carl.
All right.
Hey.
Feels like he was here.
Okay, so we've got some excavation station ideas here. We got one from demo_007 who wants item drops by villagers. They think that villagers should be able to drop items according to their job. Smiths drop ingots. Cooks drop pork. And Astrogully had a note here, which I should have read before I read that. Anyway, so what do y'all think about that?
Wait,
I think that's a good idea.
So why the villagers should drop stuff? So they go into the towns and just murder the villagers to get
Well,
their
no,
stuff?
here I had a better idea. That's exactly what I was thinking. I have a better idea. You should actually be able to right-click on them. They have like a little simple inventory, and you can pull things. And after time, it keeps replenishing. Like the.
So you're
like
just stealing from them?
Well, they're not stealing.
Well,
They're
maybe
doing
they
it for
sell
you.
stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I mean, the mods for this are just going to go crazy. I mean, we can probably make a whole village that just works for you. You pay him enough.
Well, I mean, maybe there's something you can offer the villages. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe what
You
what is it?
protect them. I think it should be a protection
Or
sort of
trade,
thing, right?
a trade system.
Or something along the lines of, okay, if I go out and farm a bunch of grain and bring it back to these people, I can trade them grain for things they're not going to use.
Right, or things that are already done, like the bread and stuff like that. You don't
Yeah.
wanna-
Or even like, I don't know. It seems to me that there could be some kind of basic trade system built in there where if you provide the village with stuff that they don't normally have, you can get stuff that you want.
Yeah.
All right, use certificates. It's gonna pay me 3 diamonds, and I'll make sure you stay safe.
Exactly. That's my thinking.
Every day.
I like that.
Like make them more in danger of getting killed by wild stuff like skeletons and zombies and whatever. But if you keep them alive, then they will produce this stuff for you. So
Pretty soon you close them in, a dark room, and just have them working and turning out stuff for you.
then they turn into veal. Sorry.
They need a few more.
Sweatshops.
They need some variety of residents in there, because I noticed there's no like testificates or anything like that, or testifikids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of one generic guy.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Durante guy.
Actually, I think all of mine left. Like I went looking at the village, and there's nobody there anymore. I freed them.
They're all sleeping. Get to work. Get back to work. Okay, we have one here from the O, who wants Molotov potions. So when you throw the potion upon impact, it emits flames and killing and fire and.
Well, they kind of do that now.
Coming up on either side of my face.
I mean, when you throw a potion, it emits these little swirly things and shows you who it's affecting.
More. They want more.
Yeah.
I mean, they want just. Oh, I see. They want Molotov cocktails.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
They don't want potions. They just want Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
Fire.
But
Grief your
Done and
server.
done. That's pretty easy.
that doesn't seem like that weird to me. I mean, if you get a bunch of gunpowder and you could put it into a potion, seems logical.
Yeah. Do you want more
Yeah, that
ways
should
to
be
burn
pretty
down
easy.
your server?
Hey,
That seems like it'd be freaking fun.
our server won't burn down.
That's true.
Yeah, and then you can have riots.
I wish servers had better ways to control the whole fire thing. Like I wish you
Occupy
could,
NPC village.
I wish you could say any block, turn off fire on blocks placed by people, but don't turn off blocks on other things. So stuff could burn.
Not blocks.
And then you would go fix it?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So you can burn down the forest all around you, but your stuff would be cool.
Or something like that. It's just sometimes like when all the fire turns off, it's kind of sad. It's like I want to do something cool, but I can't because fire doesn't work. Aw. So our next one.
Fire isn't the same as it was either. It doesn't spread like it did.
Yeah. So the next one is from Bethness, and Bethness wants walruses. I think there should be walruses in Minecraft because walrus. And I agree. That is an excellent thought process.
There should be some sort of petition.
And
Motion
penguins.
is approved.
Penguins in snow biomes.
Yeah.
Like
I want more like general creatures in the different biomes.
I did think of something that I wanted, and I don't usually have very many excavation station ideas, but mine the other night was an attack falcon. That sit on your shoulder or something, and then you can choose it and pick it, and it would go fly around and go get stuff for you.
Yeah.
Can you have 2 ferrets too?
They have no birds yet. Not a one.
Yeah, birds would be cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
Squids were a higher priority, apparently.
I want ferrets and a Bengal tiger. I'd be the beast master in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Kodo, Todo, to me.
Beastmaster. Oh my God, you brought back some memories.
That's what I'm here for.
A crazy story. I was actually watched the Beastmaster at Chinese Man Grumman Theater in Hollywood, with the stars of the movie sitting behind me talking about the movie the whole time. It was crazy.
Were they talking about how terrible it was?
Hey.
No, they're talking about so and so broke his arm in this scene, and they were laughing at weird moments.
It was on a total and complete tangent. I saw this video today on YouTube, and it was all Arnold Schwarzenegger's commentary on Total Recall. Have you seen this?
No.
Basically, he's like, "Oh, and here, I love this scene. This is the part where I pulled the thing out of my nose that they were using to track me, because that's how they." And it's all total commentary on what he's doing in the frame. That's his commentary on the DVD commentary. Oh yeah, this is the part we had the fight scene. It was really rough. There's lots of punching. Oh, and
he
here
doesn't actually remember making the film. That's the problem.
Exactly. It's actually really hilarious. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Oh, but let's get back to excavation station. Okay, so we have furnace fuel, and this is submitted by Windows 500, and Windows 500 says, I thought that gunpowder doesn't really have much use, so I thought you should be able to put it in a furnace and use it for fuel with a random chance that it will explode like TNT.
Ouch.
What's the benefit?
You can use
cooking really fast, I guess.
Maybe, or you can. I don't do anything with gunpowder because I never make TNT. It's just.
I would say that if it had some kind of major benefit of using it, because stuff like coal is super abundant, especially if you have a fortune enchanted pick or something like that.
Yeah.
So why would you use? I'm going to use this instead. That might blow up my furnace randomly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It needs some other kind of benefit.
Do furnaces still blow up in the Nether?
Do not know.
They blew up in the Nether?
Do you remember that?
You mean
you
beds?
Would go put it in the. Oh, it was beds. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've got a video you should watch. Of beds in the Nether.
And then his second comment here is, P.S. Let's get to 100 episodes. You guys rock.
Speaking of rocks.
Hi guys, at the Shaft. I'm just got a inquiry for excavation station. I think it would be really cool if when you're on fire, you lit up the area. It's a really simple thing, and it kind of makes sense. Also, I think when skeletons are on fire, they should shoot flaming arrows, since they already are implemented in the game when you shoot an arrow through lava. Well, pretty much makes sense to me. What do you guys think? Thanks.
Totally agree.
Like both of them.
Yeah.
Ding!
I think flaming arrows should be updated to frickin' set stuff on fire.
Yeah.
And give off light.
Yeah.
Yep, I think so too.
That would make things really interesting.
I think you should be able to make a campfire, and as long as you shot bows and arrows from next to it, your arrows could be on fire.
I made one of those traps in one of my homes a long time ago on the server where if you came up to the top of my ladder and stepped on the thing, it shot I guess it had 9 dispensers that shot flaming arrows at you, and it still wouldn't kill you in one shot. I think 9 flaming arrows hitting you should kill you. That's mine.
I think that's a legitimate concern. I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay, well here's a
common
concern.
problem in games. Sorry, go ahead.
A concern about creepers.
Hey guys, BS Cross 32 here, and I got another idea for excavation station. Today, I want to talk about creepers. I hate them. but I understand that they're a significant part of the game, so my idea is to drive them away from my house by using enchanted torches. They cost about 10 experience apiece, and put them around the perimeter. They drive the creepers away when they get too close. Alright, that's my idea. Thanks, guys.
Have you guys been speeding up these audios?
No.
Okay.
I actually download them straight from email onto this app.
Sound high.
I think a lot of our listeners are probably high. That's probably correct statement there, sir.
So like mosquito candles.
Yeah, citronelle for creepers. I can see it, but now just like just like real citronelle, it only chases away the female creepers.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I mean, you can make those golems, right? And they can help kind of fight things off. I mean,
oh, that's a good point. I've forgotten about the snow golems.
I think it's a good idea, though. Because that's one thing. The torches keep things from spawning near you, but they don't keep things from coming near you. And maybe having something like that you can craft, but it would have to be, expensive. But
yeah,
I think that's a cool idea.
Or like redstone on the ground, but it's not redstone. You mix it with something else, and it becomes like this line they can't cross, like an enchanted fence.
Some like wicked stuff.
Yeah.
Or like a dog electric fence.
Sprinkle some leaves down.
Great. Yeah, we're gonna be coming out of our homes in the morning in Minecraft world and have these little stick figure bodies like in the Blair Witch Project.
Oh my god.
Keep y'all away. I don't know where that came from, but do y'all think that takes away from fences? I mean, that's kind of what fences do, right?
Well,
it
has to be like so you can. Well, it would be so that you could throw it down inside of a mine shaft or something where you are real quick and where you're working, and you can kind of keep things at bay. If you're thinking.
Oh, so y'all want like easy mode?
Yes, that's it.
It would cost a lot. Let's just say it would cost a lot. It's like, you're cornered and there's things coming at you and like, oh my gosh, so you put a little square of it around you and you kind of can at least hold them off. It's temporary, right? It doesn't last forever. Okay. And then it goes away and then you at least got a little bit of time to kind of prep yourself with like 20 zombies on you,
Okay.
Does that make more sense?
Sure. Ding!
Ding!
I don't have the ding button on this one. Let's see. The last one here is from Astrogally himself. He wants melons to be findable like pumpkins. Says it seems unnecessarily hard that melons are only obtainable in Minecraft by getting melon seeds from chests and abandoned mine shafts, especially given that you'll have to farm food in order to go down there in the first place. Melons should be findable in the world like pumpkins. And here on the shaft, we're all about finding more melons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree. Melons should be easy to find.
Okay, everybody loves melons.
Yes. What are you doing on your phone, Brett?
I just got a tweet.
Oh, really?
I was reading it.
Have you thought of it? Oh, okay, cool.
Is that wrong? You want me to do this instead?
Yes.
Sightings.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my god. It's so intense.
This is the sound of dead air.
Intense was so intense I forgot to talk.
Come on, you're here, Wes. Do something.
Okay, I'll do something funny. First off, we have a video. It's How Not to Be Seen, a tribute to Monty Python. And it's a reimagining of Minecraft as a Monty Python sketch. So yeah, that's something funny to go see and stuff.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then we've got another video, and this is called Creeper Autopsy, and it's a claymation short, and it's supposedly actually pretty gross.
A little bit.
So yeah, it's you should check it out. I think it's mocking the old alien autopsy video that came out years and years ago, where they supposedly did an autopsy on an alien, and the claymation is done in a manner that's very like handheld camera, like there's somebody with a handheld camera there filming it. But yes, it is cute, apart from the grossness.
Gross.
And yes, and like every other creeper video in the world, it ends in a very predictable manner.
I wonder. Okay, and this last one here is I Have a Cape, and if someone else put this in here and they want to talk about it, that's fine too. But it's by For the Lulz 9001. It's a big Rube Goldberg device in Minecraft. It's about 8-minute long video, so very interesting. Getting all those creations for it.
I love Rube Goldberg things. They make me very happy.
Come on, get happy. And now I know someone just put one in here.
Yeah, I just put Hodge Josh's new video that he released during Minecon. And because everybody's doing Minecon stuff, I don't know if everybody saw it, but he did it with Mintium, and it is pretty awesome. It's the one about griefers.
Sweet.
That was really good. And my daughter also did a video for Minecon, kind of before Minecon, because she couldn't go. And it's a parody of a Selena Gomez video. And oh my gosh, it's going to hit probably 10,000 hits pretty soon. It just rolled over 9,000. So we're really excited about that.
It's over 9,000.
I know. It's crazy.
And it's good stuff. So definitely go and see that. You guys have any other videos y'all want to pimp out?
Co, what's going on with you?
Not much, really. I mean, I'm still doing the trying to get a daily episode out of my LP, but that's kind of old news as far as sightings goes. There is a video out there somewhere of the panel that I was on, where Sly Foxhound and the creatures showed up, and they decided to troll the panel.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think it's got like 38,000 views on it too.
That's funny. Okay, so
do we want to do talk about Epic Build?
Sure.
We've got Epic Build as an upcoming YouTube series, and they're still looking for Minecraft players who want to flex their building skills. This is based on reality shows like Top Shelf or Project Runway, and each of the episodes is going to feature like a minor challenge and a panel of judges and major construction that's voted on by the viewers. So, and then people who get the least amount of votes will be eliminated each time. So go to epicbuild.reddit.com and submit an application. Potential contestants have to be at least 18 and must be willing to commit to a 6-month recording schedule. And like I said, epicbuild.reddit.com. They still need 2 more judges and about 6 more contestants. So go there, sign up, become part of an Epic Build.
And speaking of signups, when you get on signing up there, you need to head over to audibletrial.com/theshaft and sign up for a membership there. This is for Audible. And I've got to tell you, going to Minecon, I bought the internets for $5 on the Southwest, and it was a complete waste because I'd been planning to watch like some videos, to catch up on some YouTube stuff, watch some HBO. None of them worked. None of them could get enough Wi-Fi to stream. I don't know what it was, but I was saved by my Audible account, and I got to listen to I forget which book it was, but it's one of the wild books. There's only 2 on Audible right now. And I'll be doing a full review on an upcoming show about it. But, dude, it saved me because I hate flights. And so I got to listen to that the whole way.
I had this great iPad. I was all like, watch Netflix while I'm traveling. And then I didn't really think about it, that I wasn't going to have enough Wi-Fi to be able to stream Netflix. So I was devoid of entertainment other than Tiny Tower.
Should have gotten the Audible app. It's free.
I know.
So I have a suggestion for Audible, for a Audible book.
Sweet.
It's Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, and they have a 20th anniversary edition on there, and it's really good. And then they have the next one, which is like the Speaker for the Dead and Children.
I bawl like a baby when I read Speaker for the Dead.
Xenocide, and those are really good books.
I wouldn't go past the first one myself.
No.
Yeah, I really love the first one more than any of them. I kind of trickled off and lost interest after that. But I hear they're going to make a movie out of it.
Speaker for the Dead is a tremendous, tremendous story. Now the next 2, are interesting as speculative science fiction. But the second book is a really, really touching story, and I disagree about the second one not being worth it.
Dun 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 dun. And I will give another recommendation here. We actually had Dr. William Davis on our show today for Hunting for Health, and he actually has a book on audible.com. It's called Wheat Belly: Lose the Wheat, Lose the Weight, and Find Your Path Back to Health. It's one of the things that I've been learning over and over again on this new show is that wheat is demon, and part of your carbs, get rid of them. Anyway, I have not listened to it yet, but he was very interesting on the show, so I will say go listen to that. And that brings us to wow, that was the weakest.
Sorry, there's I reached over to my normal knocking table, and there's all this junk.
Hey
on
Wes, did you hear something at the door? I didn't really hear anything.
Is that better?
Wow,
is that better?
Is that the FBI?
I think it is. Mr. Copeland, come out with your hands up.
Oh God,
we heard what you did at Minecon.
Okay, how about I play this for you instead?
Mint for pillow.
Hey there, Shaftlandians. This is Spencer. You may know me from some other Dead Workers Party podcasts, including Control Point, Core Elements, and most recently Drivel with Spencer. Or you may know me for just being on the Shaftland server, building cubes all the time. Or you may know me just from the fact that the guys probably just made fun of me before playing this advertisement. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about any of that today. I'm here to talk about the Dead Workers Party Secret Santa, which is currently accepting signups. The way it works is you give me a link to your Steam profile and an email address, and come December the 18th, I will send your email address to one other participant in the Secret Santa, and they will buy you a present. Meanwhile, I'll be sending you someone else's email address, and you will buy that person a present. Everybody gives one, everybody gets one. It's how it works. We've done this before. It's been really successful, and it's a lot of fun, especially if a lot of people participate. If you want to get involved, just head over to the Dead Workers forums at deadworkers.com/community. The post is one of the announcements right now, so it should be pretty easy to find. It's called Dead Workers Party Secret Santa 2011. You have until December the 17th to enter. And like I said, December the 18th, I will be sending the names out. Usually there's some pretty good sales on Steam right around Christmas, and I think they're probably going to start around the 19th of December, so it should be a good time to get involved here. Anyway, hope to see a lot of you on there. It really is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to celebrate the holidays. Yeah, that's all I got. Later, guys.
I don't know why he had to go and do that.
Why did he do that?
There.
Why did he kill that sheep at the end of his bumper?
That's weird.
That's so strange.
Force of habit.
So we've got some shout outs here.
Well, we also have, he mentioned it in that under housekeeping. Spencer also has a new podcast called Drivel with Spencer. Check that out. I'll get it updated on the deadworkers.com/network page soon. He's already given me the info. I'm just stretched
busy
for time. Anyway.
But you can go to, in the short run, you can go to drivelwithspencer.com and it's linked there.
That works out.
So, shout outs. There's a shout out here.
I don't have that bumper, so.
Really?
Yeah, just say it.
Why don't you have that? We're so enthusiastic about that.
Yes. So do you guys have any shout outs?
No, we don't.
You know, I wish that Aleph Noel could have been at Minecon. I know he got to go to the DWPP, so that was cool. But I really missed him at Minecon.
I think he made the wise decision, though, because one of the reasons he wasn't going to be able to go to Minecon is because it was going to be so ridiculously expensive. And it is preposterous how much money I spent on food and beverages there.
Yeah. It was my Christmas present.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
my wife keeps I can't even speak. Keeps telling me, yes, it's your Christmas present. You're not getting anything else.
Yeah.
Reiterating. She keeps reiterating it.
I would like to give a shout out to Lethal Drive for taking us out there. They are one of our sponsors, and they sponsored us going to the show. And we did, we hung out in the booth and signed some stuff, and Lethal Drive. Go check out their servers. Use coupon code The Shaft, and I'm a big fan.
Yeah, big shout out to Jake.
Yep. And a shout out to our fellow booth mates, the makers of Dicecraft. They are a lot. Rob and Luke are a lot of fun, and they're trying to get their game licensed, and it's an excellent little game. Additionally, Wondercraft, he was out there, and I have never met a more talented, humble, amazing individual.
Except me.
Yeah,
he's leaving me out.
I really feel like a better person for having met Wondercraft.
Yes.
I mean, I really, that is absolute sincerity. That is a good man with incredible talent, and I am lucky to have got to meet him.
Ditto, yeah.
So, any shout outs from you guys? It's the Feel Good Minecraft episode.
Well, I do want to give a shout out to the entourage, and you know who you are, those of us who are hanging out at Minecon. And I met a lot of awesome YouTubers who I had no idea I was going to meet, so I did want to give a shout out to Seth Bling, Tabby Ryder, Coestar. Coestar was there. That was totally unexpected. You guys, of course, and Bit, and D-Boy, and Good, and B-Dubs. God, I don't want to get into the whole list because I know I'm going to forget people. And they're going to get mad at me.
Many,
yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. So shout out to everybody.
Rubber Ninja, who made Derpcraft, Chimney Swift.
Yeah. All the Minecraft families. That was really cool.
RP Gamer.
Dads are funny.
You know, it's so hard to like start throwing out names because it's like, you know, there's just some people you kind of bonded on more of a level than others, but it was so great to meet everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, Bit and we were bed buddies.
Yeah. And literally.
Yeah.
They when they would get in bed, they were like, "You're my buddy. You're my buddy too."
We were gonna have new names. I was gonna be Butt Burner, not because he's in the bed, but because of the whole diarrhea issue we don't need to get into. And bed burner. So Butt Burner and Bit Burner.
I was thinking Brent Burner and Bit Copeland.
Well,
so like,
there you go. Something that
that's
could
what
work.
That's what made Minecon awesome, was bromance.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, okay. So enough of that.
Congratulations, you made it through The Shaft alive. See show notes and leave comments for this episode at theshaft.deadworkers.com. Send questions, comments, and audio to theshaft@deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at 256-812-1010.
Beep.
Yeah.
Button.
Hey, actually,
pushed.
Brent hit those without saying anything beforehand.
Yes, I know.
That's not used to that.
Does it freak you out when like
it's kind of creepy a little bit at times?
The timings were really good there.
Yeah. Good job, Brent.
I got a new job.
I think Eric's fired.
Well, and the cool thing was that I actually hit record like right when the show started, and I stopped it right when it ended, so it should be ready to go up right this second.
Yep.
Of course, Eric likes to do a bunch of stuff on the back end.
Easy just popped in the chat.
What up, her?
Easy. And that was a real pleasure finally getting to meet her too, because I wasn't able to be on her.
That was cool.
I wasn't able to be on the show that she was on either. So.
She came in to the last parent session we were having, kind of at the end, and I got to meet her mom, which was really a pleasure. Yeah. And her mom plays Minecraft too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them, but I can't say I really met them. Like, they were kind of running away after one of the I think it was the Mojang developer panel, and we were all hanging out in the ballroom, and Notch and Easy came through there, and they all kind of swarmed him. There was only like maybe 15 people hanging around, and I just kind of waited off to the side, And right when they finally were about to leave, I went up and I shook Notch's hand. But I didn't want to be like an egomaniac, so I didn't tell him who I was. So I don't think he knew who I was. And then I realized later, like, it's actually way more egotistical to think that he would just recognize me, like he watches my stuff with and knows who I am. So I didn't meet them, really.
Yeah, I got to give Easy a hug, which was one of my missions, and so that was cool. I didn't get to meet Notch, but yeah, I got to meet Easy, which
Yeah, I think E3 got to meet Notch and Carl, so I was really looking forward to meeting Easy this time. I didn't really get to talk with Notch or Carl this time, but it was well worth it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was.
I did when I had to give the backpack to the Junk Boy's backpack to somebody. I think I gave it to Carl eventually.
Yeah,
It was locked in the room and we couldn't find anybody.
Oh no, that was crazy. We were all sitting there in the room. All suddenly, Carl comes walking into our room. It was like, what? What are you doing here, Carl?
Because we couldn't. Because I guess Junk Boy was in the Katy Perry concert.
Yeah.
So that was funny. So yeah, there's this strange backpack appeared in the room, and like, oh hey, it looks like it's one of the Shaft guys threw something there, you know. And I didn't even think about it, and because there's so many people in and out of there, I was getting kind of nervous for our stuff just with so many people in and out. And then my Twitter app crashes all the time and rewinds and data and like time, and I'm like scrolling through and I see all these tweets by Junk Boy. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I see like, if anybody sees my backpack, and like I kind of rewind a little bit, and I'm like, whoa, wait, okay, there's a backpack in a room that meets that description. That just appeared there last night, and then like put two and two together. But that was like, it was like hours and hours and hours had passed. So if my little phone app hadn't crashed, I wouldn't have really seen those and put two and two together, you know.
Well, I had seen them, and I was like, I think I've seen something like that in the room, but I think by the time I was gonna actually mention something about it, you had already jumped on it. So it was like, it was one of these things where, you know, I don't know, I was just like, wait, I think maybe, and then you were all over it, Bit.
Man, I did not meet one of them. You guys are really lucky.
Well, my brother-in-law wanted me to get Notch's autograph for him, and I really never had. I mean, I didn't have anything for him to sign when I was there for the Nosh with Notch, and I mean, he was escorted around by security. Like at the end of, I think it was Friday night, weren't we all hanging out down at the bottom of the convention center? Good and Double O and everybody, we were all hanging out down there. And then Notch was being escorted by, and he kind of stopped for a second, and I saw the security guard put his hand on his back and, like, move him along, as if he should not stop.
Because they saw your beady eyes.
I guess.
They said that West guy's dangerous.
I know.
Move along.
Look at him. Look at him with his beard.
What's this old guy? He can't be involved.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do, though.
With his wee beady eyes. Makes you crave
He's
it
got a
for
hard
me.
on.
I didn't have a hard on. I do on my shirt now, because I took my heart shirt and I was gonna wear it at the convention, and then I put it in the washer and the dryer, and it was I washed it by itself, and then I forgot to take it out, so I never took it to the convention. But I have it on now. Hey, Rubber Ninja's in the chat room. Hello, Mr. Rubber Ninja.
Rubber Ninja. Derpcraft in the house. Yeah, we had a lot of fun partying with him at the eventually in the limo, and then eventually the Irish pub. That was fun.
Oh wait, he was there too?
Yeah, he was in the limo on the way home, and then at the Irish pub. And I was at the Irish pub for a while, but I was like really like into my, you know, I was almost to my kill screen. And I was like, I went upstairs, I was going to kind of refresh a little bit, and I made the mistake of sitting down. And
yeah.
it was all over with.
And then you woke me up and I spilt water over everything.
Yeah, that was funny. You like got up really quick too, like we had you at gunpoint or something.
Well, I thought it was gunpoint.
Hope you enjoyed your stay at the Shaft.
Wow.
I want to do it again.
Those
Can we have
are
another one?
toes.
Let's just do these monthly.
That would be really bad for my bank account.
Yeah.
We'll have to have something, in LA or something, man, where it's just a community get together, community con.
Yeah.
Why don't we do
that.
something on the east side of the country instead of always on the west side, Mr. E3 and Vegas guy?
I know I got it easy, don't I?
So
everything's been a car drive for me so far, so that's been nice. So let's have it in my hometown. Actually, that should be good.
So the snow turtle
tracker.
is asking if I pole dance as a hobby, because of my appearance.
It was really good, actually.
Well, they missed the first spin. My first spin was better, but then he pulled out his iPhone and filmed me for the second one. And
I was waiting for some upside down action, like you hang
could have.
one leg.
I could have.
Oh my goodness!
Well, I've got some bourbon in me. I'm full of spirit.
I could have joined you up there, actually.
I did get kicked off of the pole.
I saw that. I saw there was a guy who's like, you.
Yeah.
Get off of there. Did you see, though, in the I don't know, the bridal maids or whatever, the bridesmaids and stuff there were on those poles?
No.
That was like a whole bridal shower of gals on those poles when we first got there. And then they had the go-go dancers too. So they had go-go dancers on either side of the stage and out in the middle of the water and stuff. And then they had these, they're like, bachelorette parties or something going on inside on the stripper poles. It was absolutely nuts. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And I'm from California. I see a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool.
Well, I got cheered on to doing it by my cousin, my CNN cousin, his wife. She had been up there with, a bunch of the girls in the short cocktail dresses, all dancing up there around the pole. And then everybody got down and it was empty. And she goes, "It's your turn now, Wes." And so I took the bait and I jumped up there and I was getting applause and ovation from everyone around. I was well received by my drunken compatriots.
After part, we did take over about $4,000 or $6,000 chair thing, and Minecraft chick, Lydia came out and was dancing on there, and trying to think, iHas Cupquake was dancing on there, and I think you might have got up there.
I was.
Did you sprain your ankle? Somebody rolled their ankle.
No.
I think it was Josh SDH or somebody like that, who was up there too and rolled their ankle.
Well, I got robbed up on that stadium, up on that chair.
What?
I had been down.
Oh, yeah,
I had a little glow stick because when we were down on the dance floor, right when Deadmau5 started, they threw a bunch of these really cool electronic glow sticks out there that basically were foam sleeves over this LED emitting thing that would change colors and do all kinds of cool stuff. And then I was poking Wolf with it while we were dancing, and he grabbed it from me and started dancing. And then he was trying to give it back.